After a long build-up, Milos Raonic ended the Australian Open hopes of Nick Kyrgios before they even began. Raonic won their first round encounter in Melbourne in 3 tight sets, but the Aussie was outserved and outplayed. Kyrgios was earlier knocked out of the Brisbane International in the second round by France's Jeremy Chardy. The defending champion won the first set, but lost his way as Chardy stormed home for a 6-7, 5-6, 2-6, 3 victory. The result saw Kyrgios suffer another drastic drop in the ATP rankings, falling below number 50, after entering 2019 at number 35. It means he was unseeded for the Australian Open, which began on January 14. The 23-year-old struggled with injury and form last year, but earned an entertaining 7-6, 5-7, 7-6 win over American Ryan Harrison on New Year's Day in Brisbane. Who is Nick Kyrgios playing next? Nick Kyrgios will face Delray Beach quarter-finalist Andreas Suppi in the first round of the Mexican Open. Should Kyrgios defeat the Italian, the victory will most likely set up a second-round clash against Rafael Nadal. The Aussie has beaten the world number 2 twice in their last 5 encounters, last time being at the Beijing Open in 2017. When is Nick Kyrgios' next match? Nick Kyrgios will play Italy's Andreas Suppi in the first round of the Mexican Open on Tuesday, February 26. Nick Kyrgios at Delray Beach taking the court for the first time since his first-round defeat to Milos Raonic at the Australian Open. Kyrgios edged good mate John Millman out of the Delray Beach Open. Kyrgios outlasted 5th seed Millman 6-4, 6-7, 1-7, 7-6, 7-3 in the opening round of the ATP 250 tournament to set up an encounter with Radu Albot in the round of 16. However, the 23-year-old was booed by the crowd for a perceived lack of effort, losing to world number 82 Albot 6-2, 3-6, 6-3. Nick Kyrgios at the 2019 Australian Open. Kyrgios came to Melbourne without a seeding, and his lowest ranking for nearly 4 years. Regardless, expectations were still extremely high, but running into big-serving Milos Raonic was always going to prove difficult. It did. Kyrgios beaten in straight sets as Raonic won 90% of points on his first serve, including 30 aces. The 6-4, 7, 6, 5, 6-4 scoreline didn't overly flatter Kyrgios, who was battling with a knee injury, but a first-round defeat is still recorded in the books, and it'll sting. Nick Kyrgios' 28 Grand Slam tournament performance. Australian Open, 4-hour loss to Grigor Dimitrov, 7-6, 7-3, 7-6, 7-4, 4-6, 7-6, 7-5. French Open, absent due to injury. Wimbledon, 3-hour loss to Kei Nishikori, 6-1, 7-6, 7-3, 6-4. US Open, 3-hour loss to Roger Federer, 6-4, 6-1. 7-5. Which tournaments was Nick Kyrgios forced out of in 2018? Prior to the grass court season, Kyrgios had only played 2 singles tournaments, Miami and Houston, since picking up the elbow injury playing for Australia in the Davis Cup. He was scheduled to play in Rotterdam, the tournament Federer won while reclaiming the number 1 ranking, and gave his elbow as much time as possible to heal before announcing on social media that he wouldn't be able to play. Kyrgios was then forced to miss Delray Beach, Acapulco, and Indian Wells. More recently, he was forced out of Estoril in Portugal, the Madrid Masters and the French Open on clay. His US Open preparations have also been curtailed after he suffered a hip injury at Atlanta, and he was forced out of the City Open in Washington, D.C.